The Vehicle Check module of iOps360 allows staff members to fill out any compliance check sheets. This can be done from the app or from the website. To get to this module, we'll go to Operations and Vehicle Checkoffs. From here, all the available vehicle checks will be shown, and these have the option to be placed into different categories, such as daily checks versus monthly checks, inventory, etc. From here, you can see the checkoff when it was last created, a quick link to go and view that checkoff, the option to fill it out, view a blank one, and edit if you're an administrator. You'll notice that this one is required to be started on the iOps360 app. That is going to be because this checklist contains an item that is requiring the users to scan, such as a piece of equipment, a monitor, stretcher, etc., or a kit, which is a combination of equipment and inventory items together. We also have a search option. You can inactivate forms and retain those for historical purposes, and also a section if a truck goes out of service, what needs to be moved, procedures, notifications, those kind of things that can be documented. Let's take a look at one of these forms and see some of the options that you have on your vehicle checks. When we get to the first page, we'll click on demographics, where you can designate the name of it, categories, number of columns, etc. The number of columns won't matter if you're on a mobile device, as everything will just be filtered into one large column. We will retain the order of those columns. You can set some things like allowing staff members to edit these after completed. Should we record a shift letter? Comments at the top, bottom. Can they edit it after it's been done? Electronic signatures, and more. On the applies to vehicles, you'll see a list of all your positions or truck identifiers. If your positions are shown and you want to create truck identifiers such as truck 200, medic 10, etc., you can do that in the system config, units, and truck identifiers. If those are not set, then you'll see your scheduled positions in this list. From here, you can simply click on a identifier to move it from the selected to unselected, as well as the option to create new ones here. You can set up any rules and requirements for when this vehicle check should be filled out, such as specific days of the week, what positions, and who to notify if it's not done. On the Notifications tab, you have a couple different options. One option is every time the vehicle check is completed, send a notification to a specific person or to someone who's working on a specific position, such as when the vehicle check is completed, send it to the supervisor that's working that day. Another option will only be with a special report. And what this is, any of your questions can be marked as enabled for special reporting. If the checkbox should be checked and it's not, that will generate a special report, which will be sent to the people on the notification list. Mileage greater than a certain amount, engine hours, something not full, something missing, etc. Those can all be tagged under special reports, and we'll show you that in just a moment. On the Pages section, you can add one or more pages and organize that to assist the crews as they're filling it out. The pages might be interior versus exterior, or any other organization you would like. When we get down to the actual questions and categories on the vehicle check, that's going to be the next to last tab. From here, you'll see all of your pages, one or more categories, and then you'll see the additional pages following on the tabs at the top. You can drag and drop to move the entire section, and then you can also drag and drop to move items within the category and organize those. When we click on the edit, we'll see a list of the different kinds of questions that you can do. Checkboxes are nice, on, off, real simple. The category can have a check all, uncheck all box. Makes it a little easier for staff members in the morning. Record a date time, decimals, and then we have three special decimals: engine hours, mileage, and pump hours. These three are going to talk over with our equipment section. So when a crew member updates the mileage, we know which field to update the mileage in the equipment section for your apparatus. The equipment can have inspections, such as an oil change, and these will keep these sections talking together. When that oil change is coming due, then we can send a notification to who's in charge of vehicles for you guys. Decimals, drug units, equipment list. Equipment list is one of our special ones that allows you to pick a specific type of equipment from the equipment section, such as which SCBA is on there, which portable radio, monitor, etc. This also has the option to require them to scan it from the app. If this is enabled, then they will have to scan a barcode or some identifier on the equipment in order to fulfill that question. That helps make sure that that piece of equipment is actually present in front of them at the time. A couple other questions: gallons, integers, inventory items. The inventory items is a way to record the expiration dates and quantities of the actual inventory items. From here, you'll select which inventory item this question applies to, name it as appropriate, and the recommended quantity. If the crew is deficient on a quantity of the item, they'll have an option to withdraw it from the inventory or create a logistics work order to have admin withdraw it from inventory and send it to them at their station. You also have the option to prevent it from utilizing expired items so that if an item is expired, it must be removed from the vehicle check right then. These will have a red, yellow, green color to indicate the expiration date of the items as well. Kits, again, are a combination of equipment and or inventory items, such as a sealed bin. Same concept here. We can select what kind of kit and then require them to scan it from the app if needed. Kits also have seal numbers, and the movement of the kits can also send notifications as well. If this kit was on Medic 2 and now it's on Medic 5, we can send a notification to administration to let them know that. A list of choices gives you any kind of custom choices you would like to make, such as 1, 2, 3, yes, no, maybe, etc. Also, a couple other things, the 1/4 increments, we put that under Oxygen 1X. This is also used for fuel, def levels, anything else that you like as well. An electronic signature, where they will actually do a wet finger signature with the cursor with their screen, any kind of text field, time, and user list. The special reporting will be the lower section, and when depending on the question type will depend on what the comparisons are. If this is a numerical, then you could say if the value is less than, greater than, equal to, etc. If this field is blank or a specific choice, it'll give you some options to do that as well. Once you've done your questions, you'll hit save on that page. Those changes will now be live on all of the apps immediately. Our team can import any of your vehicle checks if you can get that to us in an Excel, Word document, some sort of fashion like that. You can have as many vehicle checks as you like, and many agencies have a daily check that's a little more concise and a monthly check that may have more expiration dates and a little more details. On the last tab, you'll have a tools. Here you can duplicate different sections, pages, and the entire vehicle checkoff. Let's say you have one apparatus that has a little different organization than another. You could set up one form and then duplicate it, make any changes as needed for the second one. Again, our team is here to help you get all this set up and customized. Feel free to reach out anytime.